is my sister's car. And she crashed it. Shocker.
My baby.
The damage isn't too extensive, and I can make the repairs. But with what it's missing, it can't go on the road.
Being the mechanic of the family, I have to fix it. The insurance quote to fix this car was $5,000 and 3 months of repair time. We're gonna do it for 1/10 the price in 3 hours. Being on a time crunch, we need to find a place to get a bumper and a wing. I already got a headlight on order, so that should be here any minute today, but I think I know a place that we can go to get these. We are going to start getting some parts off of a handful of salvage cars, and I've got my sister who's gonna help me.
Smiles.
That's a Camry. I thought that was an Accord. What the flip? And look at that. It's like, oh my gosh, that is not our first victim. Whoever was driving this got into a crash, just like you. Okay, next car. Look at that! That's a cool one. I don't know if that's actually the cool one, but it looks like it was the cool one. I'm a YouTuber in the wild. Woo! Hold on, did I just find what I'm looking for? No, I did not. That's pretty. Woman driver. Unfortunately, we are to the last aisle here, and we have yet to find a good Honda. So, if not here, we have one more place to go. Let's go. Ah! Oh, dude, I see it right on the edge. Let's go. But this is it. That's the main thing that we need. So we need the fenders. This is our first gray one, and she's dead. You see the blue Honda Civic? Back to me. We have a chance. Oh my gosh!
Well, with all of the junkyards not having anything that we need, I guess that we're just gonna have to go to eBay and get them, and then we're gonna have them ship. This is everything that we need to rebuild the car. We've got a front fender in here, front bumper, headlight, and some trims. Let's get this car back to a semi-good condition. It's an old Civic, so you can only do that so far. First things first, we are going to test fit the front fender just to make sure that it fits in place and there's nothing majorly bent that we need to worry about. This is always smart when putting on new panels, just to make sure that you don't have to do any additional bodywork, because that makes it a lot longer of a process. We can make this work! I don't think I can make this work. Oh, flip. The good news is that they put all of the bolts in corresponding bags. The problem is, I can't read any of them. So this is like really bad. With the bolt bags being nearly impossible to identify, it's just guesswork at this point. With the crash being right here, this little bracket that holds on the front fender is of course a little bent. Trying to keep this as cheap as possible, we're just gonna get some vice grips and bend it back into place.
Oh my gosh. For a first run, that's awesome.
These look immaculate. Now it's onto the front driver headlight. The lights slot in. We press fit it into place. And we're gonna tighten it down.
Look at that.
And after just about an hour of work, this is already looking better than it ever has.
Getting this in is great. We saw that that panel fitment was near perfect, which I am amazed by because from what I've heard, panel fitment is never that easy. We do have some damage right down here that you can see. This is intact. The column tower is intact. The problem that we have is that this hole doesn't line up with that bolt hole underneath. Honestly, that's not a problem at all because this stuff in here is not broken. There is a problem that we may run into though, and it's that this one has a mounting bracket, but this one doesn't have a mounting bracket anymore. So when we go to put the front bumper on, we're gonna hope that that does not pose a challenge to us. Actually, that's our next step, is the front bumper. Dude, this is going flipping quick. Yeah!
Now for the front bumper. The clips on this side are going to be replaced. These hold the bumper in. We're also going to be replacing the other one on the other side, just for simplicity. The crash bar has to go on first, bolting to the front towers. Once that's in, we can gently put the bumper into place and press fit it. Then we're going to screw the front mounts on to make sure it doesn't fly off, and double check the alignment. There's a little gap between the bumper and the front headlight, but the panel between the side and the door don't touch. With the front panels now on the car, we have to get all of this in. We've got the mirror, we've got a trim piece, and this also needs to get painted as well as the front of the car. We've got all of this, and we need to fix the interior door trim as well. First in goes the mirror. The cable slides through, and the studs go onto the bolts, which are 10 mil. Not the 10 mil! Once the cord gets weaved through, it gets clipped in. Now onto the door handle. This I've never done, so it's all just kind of a guess. This is gonna slot through, and then there are some wires that have to connect from the handle to the little module that actually locks and opens up the door. That's located here. Once those are hooked in, I tighten a bracket on, and it should be set.
Dude! Bro! I built the door right! Yes! Oh, no instructions, baby. Yes!
With the door handle and the mirror in place, now we can put on the inner door card. First goes the sound deadening, then we connect the light box to the fiber optic trims. These cables then connect to the lock and the door handle and are held in place by these white clips. We slot the door down and we hammer it into place. We're going to hold it in with the screws, which are going to seal it down, clip into the driver control console, and make sure it works. Nearing the end, we have this lower trim panel, which, like I said, is going to need to be painted. It just pushes right in. Since the crash jammed the window trim, I accidentally broke it.
Oops!
So, these are all going to need to be replaced. Rather than just replace one, we'll replace all four.
I'm ready!
It slots really easily into place
Right here.
and just pushes right down to clip in.
Dude, that looks so much better. Oh, and it's quiet.
They're just held on by two clips, one at the front, one in the rear, and again, it just pushes right in. We're doing it on the driver's side, so now for the passenger side. And with all these in, we just need to attach the front grille, and then my sister has her car back. But first, we need to get the grille off the bumper.
I need a blowtorch.
And now, my sister can have her car back.
What's up?
I have the keys to your car.
I don't, thanks, but I don't need those anymore.
Why not?
I got a new car.
Did you actually get another car?